Dede, I'm going to give you an open road right here. Go wherever you want, but simply termed, just how bad is the persecution of Christians in September 2019, right now, this day?
Thank you, Sam. Unfortunately, the numbers are horrific. 83% of the world population, according to the U.S. State Department, live in places with high or very high religious restrictions, mostly targeting religious minorities. Many people see Christians as a white privilege religion, but the reality is that the majority of Christians in the world are the global poor. These are the most marginalized people in the world, and they live in countries where they are seriously oppressed. Aid to the Church in Need says at least 327 million Christians face persecution, and Open Doors World Watch List, which is reported every year, says that 245 million Christians in the top 50 countries where it's most dangerous to be a Christian face heavy persecution. That includes torture, rape, sex slavery, forced conversion, murder, and even genocidal violence. 60% of those enduring persecution are children. Women and girls are most violated. 1 in 9 Christians are heavily persecuted. Of those persecuted for their faith globally, 80% are Christian. The drivers of persecution are religious nationalism in places like India and Burma, authoritarian regimes like China and North Korea, lawlessness and secularism. For instance, in Mexico, most people don't know that 22 priests were kidnapped and murdered there in the past 3 years. But for at least 68% of Christians being persecuted, the driving factor is adherence to Sharia, authoritative Islam's brutally repressive and supremacist Islamic law. It's true in 8 of the top countries on the Open Doors list, 4 of which are in sub-Saharan Africa, and in 34 of the top 50. So this is a reality that the world is not willing to acknowledge or address, and until we speak truth to truth, we cannot bring about a change for the world's Christians, who are very much suffering today.
I'll tell you what, Dede, that was quite a statement that you gave there, and of course it brings a lot of questions and observations to my mind. It's amazing. You said that 60% of those persecuted are children. Did I hear you say that correctly?
Yes. Women and children are the most vulnerable and are oftentimes doubly persecuted in these countries where, dignity of life, sacredness of life is not respected, and women are doubly persecuted because of their gender and, if they're Christian, for their faith.